In 1962, three men escaped the unbreakable Alcatraz prison, swam the frigid bay, and were never seen again. They called the island the Rock, a fortress built to break men, surrounded by cold currents and jagged tides. June 11th, 1962, three inmates escape Alcatraz. Frank Morris, John and Clarence Anglin. Frank Morris was sharp, the leader with an IQ that unnerved guards. The Anglin brothers were determined. Together, they shaped a plan. They worked in secret for months, spoon by spoon, hollowing a path behind the radiators and through the cell walls. Dummy heads crafted from soap and paper stuffed into pillows bought the sleepers more time, while the hole grew bigger. They timed muffled footsteps, hid the work behind grills and vents, and rehearsed patrol steps until the corridor felt like theirs. Raincoats became salvation. They stitched airtight seams, turned jackets into panels, and bound them into a makeshift inflatable raft. They fashioned paddles and a life vest, modified a plan to skirt the guards, and slip through a utility corridor to the water's edge. Every detail mattered: timing, tide, currents, and the cover of fog that often rolled in from the Golden Gate. At night, they moved like ghosts, using the island's mechanical paths, praying the raincoats held and the currents didn't betray them. Dummy heads in beds, spoon-dug holes, raft from raincoats. On the night of June 11th, they slipped through the hole, clambered into a utility corridor, and vanished toward the water. They reached the shoreline and inflated their raft. The raincoat boat bobbed on choppy water as fog swallowed the island behind them. Witnesses later reported seeing a small craft and splashing oars, then nothing but the bay and its cold current. The island alarmed. Guards found the dummy heads at dawn, a neat hole behind the grill, and empty beds where three men had slept. Never recaptured. Bodies not found. The official hunt began immediately. Boats scoured the bay. Helicopters and men combed beaches and marshes for any sign. The FBI took over the investigation. Personal items were found scattered, but no bodies were recovered in the immediate search. Weeks later, a paddle and a life vest washed ashore on Angel Island, tangible proof that something had left the rock that night. Evidence: paddle and life vest on Angel Island. Letter 2013. Over the years, leads trickled in. Suspected sightings, blurry photos, and a curious letter in 2013 that read, "I'm 83. I escaped Alcatraz." The FBI ultimately closed the case in 1979, officially concluding they likely drowned, though no conclusive proof existed. Modern searches used sonar and forensic techniques to comb the bay, but sonar pings and dark depths revealed no definitive graves. Because no bodies were found, the mystery split into rival theories: drowned in the bay, or somehow survived to freedom. Some investigators pointed to evidence that could support survival: scattered personal items, reported sightings, and that puzzling 2013 letter. Theories: drowned in bay, survived to South America. FBI closed 1979. Survival advocates argue currents and tides could have carried them farther than first believed, perhaps to a different life far from San Francisco. Still unsolved in 2026, no proof of death. The Alcatraz escapees vanished into the fog. 64 years later, we still don't know if they made it. What do you think happened? Comment your theory below and subscribe to Unsolved Shadows HQ for more daring enigmas from US, UK, Australia, and Canada. Turn on notifications. Some escapes are forever.